This is Randy.
This is Melanie.
It is another week of comics, and we're here to tell you what we are excited about. All right, my pick for this week. Now, I'm sorry, it's kind of close to my pick last week, but Convergence, Batman and Robin #1. Story by Ron Mars, art by Dennis Cohen and Klaus Janson, published by DC Comics, solicits say, starring heroes from the pre-Flashpoint DCU. Being trapped in a domed city makes for a tense, inescapable family reunion as Batman struggles to keep the friction between Damian Wayne and Jason Todd from exploding. I'm excited for this specific issue in the whole Convergence thing for obvious reasons. It's pre-New 52 Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin. So, you know, just before the New 52, pretty much that lineup.
And my pick for this week, Descender #2 by Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen, published by Image Comics. The solicit reads, as the brutal robot hunting scrappers close in on Tim 21, the events that first brought him to the mining colony on the outer edges of space are revealed. So I read the first one, and I really liked it, but it was mostly just set up, and I want to see how he interacts with the world, or the world interacts with him, I suppose is more like it. So I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, the first issue was our pick for new #1 last month.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad you liked it. I
did very much.
Speaking of new #1s, our pick for new #1 coming out this week, because there's always new series starting, is a miniseries. It's #1 of 4, Reanimator. Written by Keith Davidson with art by Randy Valenti, and this is published by Dynamite Entertainment. Dr. Herbert West, the Reanimator, returns. It's weird that they call him the Reanimator.
Yeah.
But whatever, I guess it makes sense. Setting up shop in New Orleans, the brilliant Dr. West continues his life work, the revival of the dead by purely chemical means. To accomplish this task, he recruits Susan Green, a young and wide-eyed pharmacologist fascinated by his macabre experiments, including how he funds his research by selling zombie brain fluid as a narcotic. Susan may regret her scientific curiosity as sinister forces, those aligned with elder gods and Haitian voodoo, begin to align against the Reanimator. Yeah, so it's the Reanimator.
Yeah, it is the Reanimator. It sounds like there's a lot going on in there, though.
That movie's...
I mean, extra.
That movie's gonzo, and they kind of... I didn't read all the solicits. It goes on to say that, take what you love best about the television shows Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, throw in Cthulhu tentacle terror and backwater Louisiana superstition. You have the all-new horror comic hit of 2015. So, I mean, Reanimator was based on H.P. Lovecraft stuff, but it sounds like they're going to throw more Lovecraft stuff and then just a bunch of crazy stuff together.
Yeah.
But, you know, that fits for Reanimator because that movie, it is just crazy.
And our pick for a collected edition is Samurai Jack, Trade Paperback Volume 3, Quest for the Broken Blade, by Jim Zub, Andy Suriano, and published by IDW. The solicit reads, after the threads of time failed to return Jack back to the past, he searches for a new way to return to his rightful era. But will Jack be willing to risk his magical blade in order to open a new portal to the past? And I picked this one because I like all of the Samurai Jack stuff. I loved the cartoon, and the comic is so similar to it.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it is. It's like watching the show in your brain. I'm excited for it.
All right. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a good week. We will be back next week with more comic picks and, you know, before then with a bunch of other stuff. Be sure to catch our latest 2 episodes. We dropped 2 episodes in rapid succession this month. Very exciting. Our first Grawlix Bites, in which Holly and Jesse talk about their Planet Comic-Con 2015 adventure. And then our most recent episode of the Grawlix Podcast, episode number 15, in which Melanie, Jesse, and myself talk about Green Arrow Quiver, Fables Volume 1, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Always a whole bunch of other stuff. Like and subscribe now. Okay.
And share it with your friends, because they'll love it. They'll think you're cool.